Hello everybody, I'm Izabela, and in this video I would like to share with you gardening tips in Western Ontario in Canada. So if you have a yard, a backyard, a front yard, a side yard, you can start growing your fruits and vegetables just now in early spring, and in few years, even this year, you will have tremendous benefit from it. It's just nothing as rewarding as gardening, going to your own garden, picking up your own grown with your own hands, cared for plants. It just develops this relationship with the land. And I think it's crucial that we come back to that more and more. So I could probably talk about that, make a whole video about that, but I wanted this to be more exploratory video, showing you what I've done with the land that we have attached to the house, so that we can enjoy it for different activities. As my family needs changes, I'm able to actually have more room for gardening, because when my kids were little, we had playgrounds and trampolines and stuff like that. But there was always a vegetable garden here. Actually, when we moved in, there was already lots that were developed. But this lot here, for example, that's a new thing that me and my husband decided to try last year. And this is the southeast, or like east-south, actually, because the sun rises there. And this is more south side of the house. So, so this is the gate. And then when you come in, you can see that we've planted some vegetable bushes here. And there is the little problem that we had with plants growing here was that there is a roof, and the roof naturally acts as a water barrier. So when it rains, there is a line where the soil was mostly dry. So the plants wanted to go this way. But we also wanted to have a path available to be able to enter the garden. So to have a small bed like this seems to be working very well. And just last year, I planted two blueberry bushes, and two thornless blackberry bushes that I got at Home Depot. And I have to say, this is wonderful plant, because it's growing very vibrant, and it already reproduced to produce a third cane. So, and there is even one cane over here that's like growing in the side. So so the black thornless blackberry bushes, they didn't give us any fruit yet, because they were just planted. They will probably give maybe some fruit this year. Actually, that's not true. There were flowers. There was a fruit on it last year. But my prediction is, with this rate of growth, they will be producing a lot of fruit in about 2 to 3 years. Also in this bed, we have chives, and we have two types of mint. So this is a really nice small size path that is easily accessed from our house, because there is a garage door here. So early spring comes, we can actually, I'll relocate the camera so you can see the door, how simple it is to just come in from the house, and actually you can reach to pick up your chives, and you don't have to get dressed and protected when it's still cold, but you can put some chives in your breakfast or in your dinner. Basically what we did is we edged off the soil, so it's separated from the path, and then we made like a little trench, and then we just put some compost, and we put the composted manure that we get from our local farm, which consists of the pine bark, wood chips, and composted cow and horse manure. And this mixture is just miraculous, because it makes the plants go absolutely wild. And the difference between before I added the manure and after was so huge that this year we got 20 bags, and we're putting it everywhere, because it really enriches the soil. So that actually brings me to the very important point. When you're starting a garden, the most important part is to develop your soil, to make it more fertile, more nutrient rich, so that your plants can grow in it very well. And even though it takes few years to get like really good quality soil, it needs to be done yearly, and it needs to be maintained every year. So every spring, we need to put new compost, we need to put new manure. Maybe manure doesn't need to go in every year. From my experience, we were able to use just the vegetable compost from our garden for several years. And then when I saw the plants aren't thriving as much, that's when I knew there's time for some manure, some animal, um, actually, animal matter, waste matter, that seems to be very rich in nutrients that the soil needs. But it can be done in few years. In 2 to 3 years, you can have really fertile soil, no matter where your soil is. That's at least my experience with the soil. However, I can imagine there could be some very challenging soil. In that case, like if it's very sandy or loamy and has a lot of mud in it, that retains water too much, doesn't drain, that means it needs a lot of organic matter mixed into it.